So, here we go. As we begin this story, let us reflect. Reflect on something that isn't often thought about. Reflect on how heroism is not reserved for the good. Men slit throats for coin, break vows for vengeance, and burn churches for the whisper of power. The Zocco family has done worse. And yet, when the city bleeds, and monsters creep in from the cracks between law and chaos, it's not the paladins who stood watch on the cobblestones. It was you. The liars. The thieves. The murderers in tailored coats. The ones who built a life on evil and honor. See, there is a difference between evil and malice. Evil's a choice. A trade you make to protect your own, to feed your family, or to get ahead in the world. But malice. Oh, a malicious person is the kind that kills you just to hear the silence afterward. And that even an evil person cannot stomach. Not even in the Zocco family. Honor isn't a robe that you wear. It is a wound. It hurts to carry. It stains. But in this world, it might be the only thing that still means something. There are those that do not fight for redemption. They do not fight for forgiveness. They fight because someone has to. And because those who call themselves good are too clean, too cowardly, or too dead to do what must be done. This is not a tale of saints. This is the story of sinners who said enough. Now it is time to begin the saga of those honorable thieves who found the malice hidden in the world and decided it was worth fighting against. These are the people who found honor in the dirt. Where we find all of you is a fairly dirty place. We go to Warehouse 55 in Eberau, a small place, unassuming, near some water. People bustling in and out every day. The smell of cheap booze can be smelled all throughout this place, as there is a small distillery inside that the Zocco crime family sometimes uses. This crime family originally started on the Prime Ring, far, far away. But now, with the reformation of the Titanic Ring, they came here, start a new life in a new world, to try to rise up to be people of character and power across this new landscape. So far, it's been going decently well. But now, it is time for a job to occur. And as one man walks into Warehouse 55, it is a job that he is more than prepared for. Marcus, can you please describe your character as he walks into the warehouse?
Alrighty. You will see a handsome black young man, Desmond Darax. I've been with the family for years, and it's time to prove myself to them.
Gotcha. As you walk in, what are you wearing, Desmond?
Well, he's wearing some, casual clothes, because he's more of a fancy guy, He's professional, He's got a nice watch, he's got a nice haircut, you know what I mean? It's more fancy.
Of
I love that you
course.
started saying with casual and ended with fancy.
It's that business casual.
Exactly.
Then, as you walk in, you see ahead of you a man that you've met with fairly often. The second in command in the Zocco family, the Hand, Raphael Zocco. You can see he stands wearing his telltale coat with his kind of like blue mohawk that runs across his face. His one white scarred eye constantly forward as he smokes a cigarette. Then he kind of turns and sees you. Ah, Desmond. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Of course, how was your travels?
It was good, A little rain here and there, but it's not too bad.
Of course. Rain never stopped you, though. There should be others joining us soon.
Who are these new recruits?
You know, a few of them. Bane, Johnny, they'll be here. And then, believe it or not, a mortuary assistant.
Okay. Are they worthy? Are they trustworthy?
Well, that's to be seen.
I'll keep an eye on the boss.
Dad's talked highly of Bane and Johnny in the past few weeks, so let's put that to the test. And as if on cue, Johnny, Bane, what do you two look like as you enter into the warehouse together?
He looks the exact same. It probably smells terrible, so he's probably got a little bit of a disgusted look on his face.
Fair.
Bane's not bothered by the smell, but he looks tired. And he just has the frog sitting on his head.
Gotcha. Then, as your poison dart frog with butterfly wings, kind of like rivets, you can see Raphael looks to both of you. Ah, welcome. Friends, take a seat. Can I offer you some whiskey?
No thanks. The smell's kind of putting me off.
Of course. What about you, Bane?
Yes. I'll have a sip.
Of course. You can see Raphael kind of goes to a barrel, pops it open, and just takes a kind of glass that's nearby, dips it in, and pulls from it whiskey. Then he gets a second one for himself, passes one to you, Bane, keeps one, and he raises a glass. Cheers!
I'll cheers him.
And he'll give a smile and then we'll drink. And at this point, the door opens again. Jamie, can you please describe your character as they find their way into the warehouse?
Yes. So you would see a human male, probably early 30s-ish. He has a narrow, gaunt face and pale, sallow skin. He has shoulder-length, curly, dark hair that looks fairly well maintained. He's probably wearing this dark cloak, having just come in from outside. Although under it, you can see a kind of ill-fitting, ratty suit. The best he can put on as he's kind of fidgeting with it a little bit nervously and sort of glancing around the room. I assume his eyes will probably then fall upon the group as he kind of walks over and extends a hand to no one in particular. Sasha, it's my pleasure to meet you.
Yes, welcome. I don't believe you've met any of these people before? Would that be right?
No.
That's Bane, Johnny, Desmond.
Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you too. He would have kind of nodded at each person in turn as they were introduced.
And you know Raphael, Sasha, as he kind of takes a draw from his cigarette and then lets loose this long puff of smoke. He'll smile. Are you ready to get your hands a bit dirty?
I understand that it's necessary.
As it is. We are assembled here to make sure that great evil cannot persist here in the city of Eberau. Do you know who is the easiest to prey on? Children. But the second easiest, the elderly, the old. It is disgusting, at least to the Zocco family, when we see those who have lived a good life, who have been attempting to live out their twilight years in peace, be treated as second class. It is necessary for us to act no matter what, but there are some members of the Zocco family that have had people in the Clear Skies retirement estates to be mistreated. This is something we cannot allow. He takes another long draw of his cigarette. At this moment, there's a man, Yax Keelan. He owns the Clear Skies retirement estates. But if he were to die in a way that seems like an accident, well, the person who would take over would want these retirement estates much better. As well as she would give a sizable reward to the Zocco family. It is then worth our while to undertake this task of making sure that Yax Keelan disappears. Desmond, you are appointed lieutenant on this mission. I believe that this is well within your wheelhouse.
Yes, sir, it is.
Good. You have a week to get this done. Make sure it's done. And try to keep the heat low. Otherwise, I believe the rest of you would be in for sizable rewards. And, Sasha, if this job goes well, there might even be a position at the Posey Funeral Home open for you. It might help make some of your troubles disappear for a while. And besides, I think you would be a good fit.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
Good.
Honor.
Yes. Come back and talk to me when it's done. I'll make sure you all are paid. Otherwise, get to it. And Raphael will head out.
Alright, everyone. We have a week to do this job. Let's make it quick and clean and get out with no injuries.
How do we want to play it?
So, since we don't know what this place looks like, we have a week. I say for the first 2 days, scope it out. How many guards, what they wearing, if there's any, slips or holes, in the perimeter. Check it out. Come back with a plan. Solid. Execute it. Make sure it looks like an accident. How's that sound?
You think we need 2 days to scout a whole place? We got a week.
It's a retirement home. It doesn't seem like it would be particularly heavily guarded, except for at night, I imagine. I was thinking, well, now I'm not the most comfortable with direct action, if that makes sense, but I am here to help it look like an accident. Um, I believe that if we can find some of the medical supplies that they use for the patients and steal them, we can make it look as though Everett was having a drug problem. He would have either been high and fallen, crashed into something, or overdosed in his uh, office. And it would be ruled an accident because, well, he was stealing from the patients. He was overdosing himself, you know? Nobody would suspect foul play, especially if we set it up well enough in our week.
Does he have a history of that though? Because then they could be like, he never had drug problems before. You know, what came upon this? You know.
The idea would be that he would be stealing them from the patients, so he would want to keep a low profile about it. After all, that's a crime. He would want to keep it very, very hush-hush.
Okay.
Hey, Bane, you're pretty good with the poisons. Is there any untraceable poisons, if you know what I mean?
Possibly. I haven't had time to make any. Working with a very select line right now. I was thinking maybe we could do a food allergy, see if he has one of those, and I could slip something in that way. Blame it on that.
Food allergy would be good. There's still a little bit of time in which there's a bit of a struggle while it's not an instant kill. So we'd have to find a way to keep it quiet and prevent anybody from coming in. If he has food allergies too, he might have medicine nearby to help with it. So if we could steal that away, that could be helpful.
Well, allergy, more the poison acting.
I see the quotes around allergy.
I like either option. I'm good with whatever.
You're the
Yeah.
boss, man. You seem to do this all the time. Apparently, you're all giddy about it. So, what do you think
got
is the best approach?
Well, we got the ideas. Maybe we gather more information.
Agreed.
Yeah, we do a little.
Agreed. Shall we go some scouting then?
After you.
All right. We'll split up into two groups. Me and Johnny
Oh, okay.
will check out the front, and you two check out the back. There is a back way. And we'll port back here at 2100.
How is it now?
I think Sasha's visibly doing math in his head for a second.
I can handle the math.
You gotta give me that's what, 9 p.m.
It's 9 p.m. It's 10 a.m. right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's ample time. That's a 12 hours to scout a place. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are heading out, it's time to head to tasks. So, firstly, we can go ahead and talk to the accountant. Accountant! As the accountant, your job is to track supplies, use materials, other things for the mission, and also you can help build projects. At the start of each session, you gain 2 build points, which can be used to progress an already existing project, start a new project, create a simple gadget for an upcoming mission, or complete a community wellness project. You can also spend power, of which you have 3, to gain an additional build point for the session. You can just spend power to get more build points. So the question is there any gadget you're trying to have made for this mission? Or any project that you're trying to start?
What are the projects? Are they like anything?
It's any you come up with them.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
uh,
Can I make a suggestion?
Go for it, buddy. Shoot in the
No.
dark.
For our engagement roll, there is a thing for well prepared. As like count, you can expend a use of disguises or fake documents to get us an extra d6 for each use, actually.
Okay.
So just a thing to be aware about.
I was thinking like for the gadgets,
I like
because
that.
we can create a simple gadget. And since we have a poisoner guy, I assume a variation of a poison would be considered simple to him. Maybe?
Not really a gadget.
Okay. Ooh, gadget then. A frag grenade.
I mean, that would be something like a gadget, yes.
Tell that to Jonah. Gadget. Oh man, this is so much.
You could choose not to do anything, Connor.
That sounds terrible. That's not how this works.
Always have that option.
Ooh. No. Ooh, no. I was thinking like one of those CO2 knives that you stab someone with, and then they blow the fuck up.
What the fuck?
I was thinking that, but we could do like a variation of that with the poison. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It's like an injection knife?
Maybe some sort of injection device. Any peanut gallery? Any recommendations?
Blow dart.
An injection device? Blow dart. Untraceable. We gotta keep it untraceable.
Just a shock.
What about an injection device that specifically dissolves in the skin within a few hours?
Ooh.
Untraceable. That'd be kind
I
of
like
sick.
That is sick. A
Yeah.
blow dart,
Some
freaking-
like
yeah.
some low key injection device.
That
Mhm.
way we don't have to worry about, like, obviously stabbing him. We could, like, pass him in a crowd and, like, you
Mhm.
know, stick a needle in and break it off and it'll be gone in a few hours. Or if there's a struggle, we don't have to worry about any of the pieces left in him. We could just dissolve it away.
Mhm.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
What the fuck?
What do you mean? That's a total gadget, Brandon.
No, I agree. I just can't believe we got here this quickly. This was fast.
Hey, look at that.
Man, I'm playing a mortuary assistant. I gotta figure out how to make it an accident.
Yeah,
This is supposed to be my specialty.
Oh, you guys born evil? What the fuck?
We'll try that out. We'll make a little dissolvable injector.
Okay, then you can put dissolvable needle in your inventory, Johnny.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Are you wishing to spend any other items on this mission?
Let's see here. I don't think we need to, do we?
I mean, if we want disguises.
Disguise would be pimp. You're right. Where would that come into play?
That's another thing we kind of have to figure out. We'll get an extra d6 on the engagement roll.
The disguises you would just have.
Oh, sick.
Mhm. Disguises and fake documents, if you choose to expend them.
Yeah, we got
We
10
can
of
get
them.
like we're going to a retirement home, so like maybe some scrubs, like a nurse's garb.
I'm assuming we can spend the disguise and we can figure that out later.
Mhm.
So.
Are you wishing to spend that?
Yeah. Yeah.
One, both. Come on, Connor, work with me.
We're gonna give me something.
Whoa.
Or committing. Well, if we spend it but then don't use it, do we get it back?
No.
Oh,
No,
shit.
because we get it
Oh.
for the engagement roll.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do both.
Okay.
Big
Then,
spender, big spender.
picking disguises and fake documents. In that case, we'll go to the lieutenant. You spending any intelligence, Lieutenant?
Of course, Lieutenant always spends it.
Okay. Bat, how
2.
much you spending? 2 intelligence. Okay.
Ooh.
Or
Two-
should I go big and go home and use all 3?
No.
Okay, 2 it is.
Don't do that.
Gotcha. Then you have 2 questions you can ask.
Oh, wait. Where the fuck is that? Oh, here it is. All right, so plus 2 intel, right? On the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. What's a? Oh no, we probably already know that. What is a useful item that we may be useful for us on this mission?
I honestly disguises.
Okay. And I have one more, right? For 1.
Yep.
Are we passing into territories of other families on this mission?
Yes, you would be slightly passing close to the DeRochi family, which is like a quote unquote a lesser family with you. They kind of have a rival, but they have a presence over near this site.
Okay. Over the
Clear Skies.
the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, clear. Okay.
Clear Skies retirement home.
There might be an issue then.
But
We'll deal with it when it comes.
Now, Counselor, it's time for you to go ahead and make the engagement roll to see
Great.
how well your preparation will go. What it will look like as you attempt to get up close to Clear Skies and check things out.
Okay. So, we are not all prestiged. We did spend at least 1 intel, so we have 1d6. There is not 5 to 10 or more order. However, the heat is 5 or more, so we're now at 0 d6. We're not ranked 2 or 1, so we're still at 0. We're not dishonorable, so we're still at 0. Do we all have a movement speed of at least 50 feet?
Yes.
No. Unless I can leave my shield.
No.
Damn it.
Okay. So no, we're still at 0. Well prepared. We did use that, so we have... Did we use both or just 1?
Use both, so 2d6.
Okay, so we have 2d6, and I believe we said explicitly that we are not moving under the cover of darkness based
Correct.
on the fact that we're supposed to meet back up at night. So we're back down to 1d6, but we'll double the reward, it says.
Damn.
So 1d6.
Awesome.
D6 in a dream.
1d6 and a dream.
We
Counselor,
got this.
don't fuck it up.
I'm sad that I
I have
didn't set
faith.
up my fancy dice yet. I'm stuck with the regular ones.
That's good. Regular is good. Keep it simple.
I haven't set up my fancy dice yet. That's okay. We're gonna be fine.
Beautiful.
Holy
go.
shit. Let's go,
Beautiful.
Jamie.
Beautiful.
Okay. That's pretty good. So, as you leave Warehouse 55, you begin to head towards the Clear Skies retirement estates. Heading this way, both of you are going in 2 different directions, correct? Like 2 different
Yes.
spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then, as you go, kind of this way, you are not seen by any members of the DeRochi family, nor are you seen by any Towns Guard or individuals like that. if this mission goes well, because of your very good position that you are now in, moving silently here, you will gain no additional heat.
Mm.
So, as you guys are fanning out, Group 1 with Desmond and Johnny, what are you looking for?
Entryways. How many guards? What are they
Gotcha.
doing? What's the rotation like? If do they have a relief? Try to use all my security knowledge here.
Okay.
All the general. So what kind of weapons they got?
Gotcha.
If they
So,
got posters or something.
mhm. uh, what you would see is this is a retirement home. It's not a fortress. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a front entrance. There are side entrances all about. There is a little bit of a gate there, and there is like a presence of orderlies who are walking about, just making sure that none of the residents appear to wander off. You would see, though, Desmond, as you're doing this kind of scoping out, that they do carry some fairly heavy batons at their side. It could do some damage if you were hit by them.
How many are you said there were?
As you look at any given time, there's maybe 20, 25 of them.
Shit. 20.
But you would see that there's probably about 10 or 12 dedicated to security around the garden behind clear skies. From what you're able to see, kind of at a distance, kind of back, it seems just like a regular garden. Occasionally, you can see some of the older residents are led through this garden on walks, but there just seems to be a lot of security presence there. You can see. And at one point, you would be able to make out how, one of the residents opened a window on the second floor, and a security alarm would go off. So there are security glyphs around these windows, and you would very quickly see two orderlies go and pull this older man back inside.
Okay. Security alarms. Okay. 20 to 25 people, 10 to 12 around the garden. Okay. Multiple entrances. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Batons.
And what you're able to see, so as you are here for a bit longer, from noon to 1 p.m., a few wagons roll up to one of the side entrances of this retirement home and start offloading supplies, and the orderlies are helping to bring in those deliveries.
Okay. Do you know I know where they put them at?
They go inside. You don't have
I don't know
view
where.
of where they're taking the supplies exactly.
Okay. And all the orderlies look like this man right here.
They have the same getup, but there are female orderlies. There's a dragonborn orderly. They're all dressed.
Does it look like they all know each other very well?
They don't seem to talk. There's obviously some orderlies that do chat with each other, but you don't think they are close knit. At least all of them are.
Okay. Gotcha. So we could potentially disguise us as one of them, because if they're not all tight knit, that means it could be new people that arrive, and they might not know. Oh, who are you? Well, I'm new. I just started and all that stuff. So
They wear any name tags?
yeah, catch too.
Looking for name tags, you don't see any, Johnny.
Any distinct markings that shows that they're that shows who they are, not from someone else from dressing like one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see that many of the orderlies have a set of keys on their belt. They probably use to get in and out of different floors and places within the actual retirement home itself.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, not really. It doesn't seem like they are that focused on at least the people getting into the home here. They're more focused on people getting out.
Okay.
But as Group 1 is doing that, Group 2 with Bane and Sasha, what are you doing?
Looking at the back entrance.
Yeah, while we're looking at the back, can we see? I have a weirdly specific question. What's the trash disposal system like? How are people taking the trash out?
Yeah, the trash seems to be wheeled out to wagons the same time new supplies are being brought in. They are kind of dispensing the trash in that manner to be brought out of the estate. But I mean, the back entrance is like the garden, essentially.
Oh. Ooh, and there's more of a guard presence over there.
There is, yes.
Could I see if I recognize any certain like flowers or anything?
Go ahead and make a
And
mental check.
Cool. I wouldn't be able to use doctor trying to spot ones used for medicines and stuff, right?
I'd allow it.
Cool.
Can I also add the aid action for the same reason?
Sure.
That's the role I'm looking for.
I think you can re-roll up to one of those.
Yeah, because it's a power score. That's right. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Now, a lot of the flowers here are like lily of the valley, marigold. You can see that there's a lot of honeysuckle planted around and mock orange. Nothing really medicinal they were able to look at. Just a lot of sweet, nice smelling flowers and fragrances, and probably some garden herbs that are planted around as well, like thyme.
Are there any nitrogen-rich plants in the area? Or any that look particularly freshly planted?
I mean, looking around, you would see that there does appear to be some churned up soil in a lot of areas. They might just be really into gardening and garden work. It is the springtime. But it looks like a lot of this garden has been recently churned up.
Understood. That's a secret mousy tool that could help us later.
But there's no soybeans or alfalfa growing about.
Yeah. Gotcha. Very cool. I think that's about all the questions I had personally.
Gotcha. Then
Wait, one more, sorry.
Okay.
What are the grounds like, as far as the boundaries of the garden? Are there gates or fences or just high hedge walls?
There are hedges and fences with a constant patrol of orderlies going in a counterclockwise motion around the garden.
Okay. Thank you.
The garden
And how
appears to be maybe 8,000 square feet.
And while we're watching, since we're meeting up at 9 p.m., I'm assuming we're watching till past sunset. How is it lit at night? Both inside or both in the garden and then what I can see through the windows.
Yeah, the garden doesn't appear to be lit at night. The actual retirement home is lit by LSRS factories, and so you can see the telltale lighting fixtures dispensing their magical illuminations throughout the homes. But for the most part, it looks like the retirement home goes dark at sunset, so there's not a lot to see. You can go ahead and make a physical check if you want to try and see some more.
Love to make a physical check. I like physical checks. I think. And then... Alright, then that is going to be... no successes.
No
My
successes.
dude needs glasses.
Then you're not able to see very much. Like, there are people wandering about in the garden at night. As you're looking towards, like, most of the estate, you're not seeing very much. You would, though, see one window occasionally lights up with, like, this violet light that kind of seems out of place with the rest of the estate. And as kind of the 9 p.m. hour starts to come around, you would notice that there is a man dressed in kind of like a nicer suit talking to the orderlies. The orderlies seem more on guard and professional when this man is about, and they just kind of give him a wave as this guy begins to leave the Clear Skies estate. You believe, Sasha, that this is probably the guy that you're after, Yax.
So he probably doesn't stay the night here.
I thought... Sorry, this is super off topic. I'm so sorry. I thought we were hunting Everett and Yax was his father, who is dead already.
Sorry. Looking at it, yes, you are hunting Everett. My apologies. Slip of the tongue.
No, that's okay. Okay. I will point it out to the person that I'm with, who is named Bane.
Bane.
Yep. I will point it out to Bane very quietly.
Yeah, and Bane would probably say maybe he probably doesn't spend the night here.
It would be weird if he did.
Oh,
So-
well, then.
We said it kind of goes dark at sunset-ish, and then he leaves around 9. That gives us some... This
He
is out of
leaves-
character, some amount of hours.
He leaves about 7:30.
7:30. Okay. Okay, understood.
At this point, like, both groups begin to come back together.
What'd you guys find out?
Garden's pretty fresh.
That's
Okay.
right, so if something goes wrong, we can always make it look like he simply ran away.
Okay.
At least until the plants start blooming, but we could always make it look like he ran away, then come back later and retrieve the body. I also was thinking, and I came up with a list of 11 different approaches that we could take, each with varying degrees of safety and disguise, if that makes sense,
Okay.
depending on how we want to go about it. Most of them had the idea that we are taking him on in the retirement home, but we could also just go to his house or on the street.
And we could take medicines from here and then put it in his house, make it look like that, like a drug overdose.
And if we arrange for his wife to be out of town for a few days, that would work as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got an idea for that part?
If we do some research onto her family, we could send her a letter, sisters or mother or something. Someone is sick, or she's been summoned for, I don't know, jury duty. Assuming that's a thing.
It is.
Or been summoned for jury duty.
Gee, real grim sight to come back to. Husband dead, possible OD. Not really, but you know.
Super
Yeah.
quick note, Colin. Raphael said that Carla would be willing to offer a reward, right? Or is that him would be willing to offer a reward?
Carla would be willing to offer the Zocco family reward if ever it went missing.
Okay. Raphael did say that she would be willing to offer the Zocco family a reward if he went missing, so I'd assume she's on our side a little bit.
Okay. I like the going after the home part instead of having to deal with all the security here.
Well, the next step would be finding out where he lives.
He leaves around 7:30, so we could tail him.
So
Right.
And that's what those disguises could be used for too. Just regular people, or I don't know. What kind of public transportation is there, Colin? Like stagecoaches, buses?
Magna Rail lines.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were in an area with those. Is there like a form of like taxi driver?
Yeah, there are coaches that you can take.
You can buy him an Uber.
We could disguise as stagecoach drivers or workers after a long day. Anything like that, so it's not suspicious as if he catches sight of us.
I like that idea.
We'd have to break in and get the medicine anyway. So either way, we're gonna have to go inside.
It's true. Which brings me to my other 10 ideas.
Oh man.
It depends on how overt we want to be, though. There are ways that we can go inside that are more risky and disguised in that way, but there are some ways that we're not quite trying to sneak so much as enter blatantly, but under a false pretense. We could always... The main ones that I think would work best are investors looking for a tour. You know, he's a rich man. He wants investors. We could be those investors. Looking around for a tour of the inside. One of us slips away. One of the more discreet options, though, is being a janitor. Bane and I saw how the trash was taken out. They have these large wagons. We could steal in, take what we need, and be able to case the joint without much suspicion, dressed as janitors, and leave easily. We could also be posing as technicians, fixing, I don't know, the vents or something. Or we could just be visitors who got lost. We could also be people shopping for retirement homes for their parents, or just those orderlies carrying in supplies. One of us gets lost conveniently. Or we could be reporters as well.
Right.
I like the dressing up. I like the one of looking for homes for our parents.
Well, who's gonna be the parent? There's no way they're gonna think we're all related.
No, like so they're not here. Like they're for like back home. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, before people walk into a retirement home looking
They're
for
my
something for
friends.
their parents.
You can see their
Okay.
friends. They're friends. Friends can help each
You-
other out. So
You bring your friends to retirement homes?
We're all
if I need
adopted
help-
together.
I don't think it's the weirdest thing. I don't think that'll draw too much attention. People are just gonna give us looks. Hey, you guys don't look alike.
I'm adopted.
We're all
Sure.
adopted.
What about the tiefling over here?
No,
Adopted.
he's the adopter.
Yeah, okay.
He married a MILF.
We-
This is okay.
Gosh, I'm surprised you know what that is. Like giving you a line of work. We're good at the double whammy. Me and Desmond can go in with the orderly idea, and you two can go in with the trash.
I like that idea.
I like
I'm
that.
well versed in trash.
Yeah, I figured. No slight on you. Love you, kid.
And I am used
No,
to
none taken.
I am used to wheeling people around, so if you could hide in the wagon, I'm easily able to take you in.
I like that idea. Let's go with that.
You can tell a lot about people by the trash.
I'm sure.
So more recon, get some disguises.
So to recap the plan, this is half in and half out of character. The two of y'all are sneaking in as orderlies. The two of us are sneaking in as janitor and trash man. We're meeting up somewhere inside, stealing drugs, then leaving, tracking Everett to his home, finding where he lives, then getting Carla out of town, then sneaking in, planting the drugs in his home, and then killing him with our dissolvable needle.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, good to know.
Holy shit.
We could make it a little easier on ourselves. When we're inside, Desmond, you seem to be pretty good at slipping away, if you know what I mean. You could just break into his office. He might have a letter showing where he lives. Bills, taxes,
Yeah.
you know, the sorts. Is it April? Is it April here?
All things that
April.
I routinely take to my workplace.
Yes.
Look, this is a good guy. Who knows what he brings to his workplace? And it wouldn't hurt to find out.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe he's got some improperly stored emails.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Regardless, I guess that's the plan. We in on it?
That works.
Yep.
All right, ready? Break.
Break.
Okay.
I know that was a whole lot, Colin.
Right. I
Eat the elephant.
Right.
Eat the elephant.
I think this is a really good plan.
So, you guys are waiting till tomorrow, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
All right. And two of you are going to be orderlies. Two of you are going to be trash people.
I
For-
thought one of us was going to be trash people and one of us was going to be buried in the trash.
Yes,
Look,
Well,
it's however you two
okay.
want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the orderlies are the ones that bring out the trash, so
So, the two people who are going to be orderlies, what are you trying to do first?
Make perfect disguises.
Okay, done.
Do I have to roll to make sure it's like super perfect?
No, you spent disguises.
Okay. So it matches to theirs to a T.
Yes.
Okay. So we get extra benefit when we have to talk to them.
Well,
So,
you are not instantly shown as not them.
Okay.
I assume if we do have keys with our disguises, they're probably not fit for the locks.
No, they are not.
No.
Right. So we're gonna have to weasel something out of that.
I could always switch keys.
Have him have him hold the door.
Yeah,
Like, wait,
hold the door.
wait
Yeah.
well, during the side entrance, if you just help with unloading.
Yeah.
We'll figure
The
something
getting
out.
in
Don't worry.
isn't the hard part. It's the unlocking the doors once we're in there, which is the hard part. But I feel like many of us can figure
I
that
can
part
get in.
out.
I can get
We'll
in.
figure
don't worry.
something out.
I can get in through the locked doors. That's not an issue. As long as I don't get caught.
And then when we get inside, the plan, Marcus, help me out here. I'm assuming me and you are gonna try to find either where this guy lives, and if he's got some like dirt, you know what I mean? Dirt that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
maybe used to make it look like an
Yeah.
accident
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like his address or something.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so what
Yeah,
time are you
correct.
trying to get in?
When he is gone, not in the office, so then we can get into his office.
So, like, super early? Super late?
I would say early. Like the earlier the better.
Alright.
Gives them those time to jimmy around, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So, like, 6 a.m.?
Sure.
5 a.m.? Okay,
Yeah,
6
yeah.
a.m.
6 a.m. is good.
Then, as you guys have, like, gotten your disguises ready, and Trash Crew will be on deck in about 6 hours. You kind of
2 thumbs up.
you wander up. Are you going for main entrance, side entrance? How are you attacking this?
Front door. Let's go to the front door, Marcus.
All right.
Front door. Okay, then there's like 3 orderlies who are just kind of waiting at the front door. They look kind of tired, but one of them, kind of like an older looking gentleman, big mustache, and like sees both of you. Just gives you a nod.
Hodman.
And are you just trying to like blow by and head in?
Give him a nod too.
Yeah, give him a little side wave, little white boy nod.
Okay. Then both of you can go ahead and make spirit checks. Benefit 1.
Ooh, let's go.
Spirit checks. What the hell?
Yeah. You're trying to portray yourself as an orderly.
Dang, can I use my roleplay ability then? I mean, it's when you make a skill check relating to disguising yourself,
Yeah.
timing, or okay.
That works.
So you said at benefit
1.
okay, so it's 2d6 benefit 1, so it's 3.
Connor, did you add your dice for disguising
You didn't-
Is there an extra dice?
for your background?
Is that a thing I have? I don't think I have that one, Brandon.
If you're a thief, yeah.
I'm not a thief.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
I got 2.
2?
2 and 2.
Gotcha. Then both of you blow by these guys as they're still just standing guard. You go to the front door. You would reach it first, Johnny, and as you put your hand on the door, it's locked.
Possible idea, Marcus. So I'm
Can
gonna
he-
reach for my.
Oh.
I was gonna reach for my fake keys and like, kind of while I'm using the key to unlock it, I was gonna slip my lock pick in at the same time and just kind of open the lock that way.
Yeah, I mean, you could go ahead and try that. Go ahead and make a physical check.
Whoa,
Alright.
whoa.
Why, Marcus? I got sticky fingers.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. No whammies. I will use 1 hero point.
Okay.
Well, that's 1 success.
Gotcha. It's not the strongest lock. It's just to keep elderly people inside. So as you kind of quickly work it, you hear the telltale click. Door slides open for you.
I'll give Desmond a wink. After you.
I will walk in.
Gotcha. And both of you are inside in the front lobby. And you can see, like, there is, like, what appears to be a nurse who's there just going over paperwork, but she doesn't pay you guys any mind.
She ain't gonna notice us. I'm just gonna walk past her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Keep it moving.
Gotcha. Then are you trying to just press, like, further into this building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna see if there was like signs, like directions. You know, they sometimes got the arrows in the hospitals.
Yeah, like, you can see, like, to the left-hand side, there are arrows that says visitation room. But that's the only signage here, this front entrance.
Highly suspicious.
And then can I look and see like if one of the like guards comes out like with wearing like a specific like badge, like they're only allowed in there because they're wearing that badge. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like, as you can see, like, in front of you, there is a longer hallway that goes deeper in, and you would see there's kind of like a click after a few minutes as an orderly comes out, and as they're exiting out of that door, they're removing their keys. As they close behind, it locks. It seems like that group of keys is what allows them to move freely through this building to a degree. At least to
Okay.
different floors and wards.
We got to get those keys.
is there a way? And this is probably a far fetch. How well would I be able to like you know how it is in the movies, like you actually bump into them, then you like grab the keys, and they'll do a quick switch with quick hands,
Mm-hmm.
a quick swap with the keys. You know what I mean?
I mean, certainly possible.
Would you allow me to use my role play ability with that? Even though it doesn't say specifically in that, that switching, using your hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, looking at your role play ability, it's burglar. I would allow it.
Okay.
So is that what
I
you're
would
trying
like,
to do?
yeah.
Go ahead and make a physical check then, as you kind of see an orderly passing you by, and you'll just slightly try and bump into him.
Yeah. Yeah. 36. And attention notes. Okay. I'm him! Let's go! I want to use some hero points on those 2 rolls.
Okay.
Where are you guys getting all these hero points? God damn.
I leveled up my hero point level. That's
Huh! Fuck! Yeah. That's all I could do.
All right. Then I will go ahead and roll. Probably do power capped
Oh,
physical
shit.
for them, just to see if they. No,
Ah!
like a phantom,
Dice.
you switch out the real keys for the fake ones. Keep it pushing as the guy looks at you. Hey, watch where you're going, man.
Oh, sorry, my bad, man.
Mm.
I wink at
I'm
Donnie.
just gonna shake my head. Approvingly, though. Approvingly.
And then I will go.
Gayest coded straight scene I've ever seen.
Hey, man. It's just brotherly love. I don't even know this guy.
Gotcha. Then
And then
Nice
we
work with that.
we'll keep pushing. Keep it pushing.
keep it pushing. Where are you trying to head?
There's no arrows, so I guess we're just gonna wander around until we see some sort of administrative area, maybe like maybe some offices.
Gotcha. Then, as you kind of like go and start heading into the back, really, you begin to make your way through like cell areas, Johnny. And as you start to pass through, you look in. This feels more like a prison rather than a retirement home. As you can see, there like are small slits in the doors with like single beds inside, like people just like lying in their cots, still not really up at this time of day. As you continue walking through, you find a set of stairs. You start to head up. As you head up, you come to kind of like a crossroads, an intersection. To your right, Johnny, seems more surgical. And by that I mean you actually see operating room 1, operating room 2. Like the smell of like ammonia coming from that general direction. And then as you look left, you're able to see more of the same kind of continues. But it seems to be more well kept. It's not really like cells heading in that direction.
I tell you, I don't think I've ever been to a retirement home with operating rooms. But then again, I'm not in them much. Where do you think we should go?
You said there's operating rooms to the left?
To the right. To the left,
Oh,
there seems to be just more like generic parts of this place.
We'll go to the left.
To the left? Okay. Then, as you head down that way, you would pass by more like regular dorms, as you look in, there's almost like interview rooms. You can see that you pass by what appears to be a library, and maybe things that are more normal for a retirement home. And then you find what you're looking for, Johnny. There's a set of like sealed steel doors that says administration.
Boy, I don't feel like our keys are gonna work here. Could we try?
Yeah, I mean, as you like flip through the keys, you do find one that would unlock
sweet.
this door.
There we go.
Is there any alarms on this door?
On this door, like as you're looking around, yeah, you can see like some glyphs along the side. However, as you put the key in, you have the key. It's not going to trigger any alarms.
Okay, awesome. Then we'll slip in. Have I seen? Wait, I peek actually. Is there anybody in there?
It seems like on the inside there is a hallway with offices kind of flanking on either side. There is a break room kind of at the end, and kind of across the way at the farthest end of this wing from the break room, it says Everett Klein's office.
But didn't see nobody in there though.
Looking in there, no, it doesn't seem like anyone's like came in this early.
Okay. I will go in then. And then
Gotcha.
close the door behind Johnny once he gets in.
Gotcha.
And then lock it too. So
Okay.
just
Get in,
No,
lock it. Ka-chink.
and then stealthily move to the Everett's
Gotcha. Everett Cleland's office. Then, as you go, you find that office and seemingly like a bigger office with like a window with blinds looking out over the break room. As you try it, locked, go through the keys. None of the keys open this office.
Shit. And is there alarms on this one too?
Looking through, you do see like a few glyphs around.
Does lock picking, would that trigger the alarm, I would think?
If you do it well enough, it wouldn't trigger the alarm.
So, quick question. I have lock picking tools. It is my specialty. Would I get extra benefit for that as well as my roleplay ability?
Your role-playing ability would be a factor, but the lock-picking prevents it from, like, if you're just using, like, a random sticks or a dagger from being at, like, detriment or power capped.
Mm-hmm. What about thieves'
have-
tools?
Marcus, I have blessing 1.
Oh.
So that would give
Okay.
you benefit 1 for 1 minute.
Nice. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. I'll shuffle through I'll like discreetly shuffle through my deck and I'll find we'll call it the ace of clubs, and I'll slip it into his pocket.
Gotcha. And you kind of slip the card into his pocket, and you watch as it begins to give this soft golden light. Trying to pop this door open, Desmond?
Yes. Roleplay ability.
Go ahead and make a physical check at benefit 1, then.
Oh yeah, I hit the button. There we go. Fuck! Oh my god. I need to get 3. I had to get 3.
Go for it, dude.
Last hero point. I'm doing it. I gotta get 3, man. I just got to. Cause I'm him.
It's got a
Let's fucking
feeling.
go.
There
Let's
it
fucking
is.
go.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another d6.
Oh, he had to do it to me.
Mm.
He had to do it to me. Is that still a benefit? Or is that just a
Yep,
different
still a
roll?
benefit.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Oh fuck! Damn it, I wish it was set 3 or higher. God damn it.
Okay. So, you pop the door open. No alarm.
Oh,
You're in the office.
any tripwires or something like that? You know,
Looking through? No tripwires or anything like that.
and even in the drawers.
Lotion in the
too.
retirement home.
You know, like how like sometimes if you open like a drawer in the movies, you know, it's like wah, wah, you know, alarm will go off and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, looking around, being careful. Don't see anything like that.
Okay, I'm like, tell John, let's go. Okay, let's make this quick and look around.
Give me my card back.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I get that.
What are you looking for?
Personal documents.
Oh, before, is this a neat office?
It kind of looks like there's some chaotic organization about, but not anything. It's like very, very precise.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess me, Johnny, would probably look around for maybe any personal letters that just so happen to come to the retirement. Any information about possible residencies of him and where he lives.
Gotcha. As you're looking around, no personal letters that are here, and as you kind of like going through drawers, looking at things, like everything is like sent here, as this is his place of business. You do come and you find a drawer that is locked. You motioning Desmond over to pop it open,
Yeah.
and you go in and popping it, Desmond.
Yes.
Gotcha. Then you go over using your same 3 successes, pop open this drawer, pull it open, and there's another like fairly large stack of business records as you're going through, and it's a like bunch of weird things. Apparently he's invested in like the toy making business, and there are like memos here relating to like the production of toys. He's in like food, so like fish, produce, there's meat packing in there. He's also got a small stake in expanding the Magna Rail lines around Eberau. So like he's got some stuff going on. But as you're going through, you do find one letter saying tender payment in cash to 311 Oval Lane. You're like, And as you kind of look through, there are a few other messages saying, like, tender payment in cash, 311 Oval Lane. So if you had to guess, might be a house or residence, or at least somewhere that he goes.
I feel like someone's gonna want these documents, all of them.
I agree.
I guess I'll take all those.
Okay.
I mean, if it's too much, then I'll just take like, obviously the ones with the address, and then like maybe a couple of the meat packing ones. But if it's like way too much to carry, then
I mean, it's not way too much to carry, but it's like 2 hands carrying a stack of papers.
And that would be very
like
conspicuous.
To ask a clarifying question: that you are intending to rob his office of his very, very sensitive documents hours before he comes into work for the day.
Okay. We're gonna kill him anyway. He'll be dead by sunfall anyway.
Is there a way we could copy it? Like, write it down ourselves or something? Or does that take too long?
You could do it by hand.
Is there pictures? Is there phones in this universe?
No.
No. How long will that take to write?
If you made a gadget that would allow you to put a piece of paper in front of the gadget and have it spit out an exact copy, that could have been a thing.
But we went with stupid dissolvable needle.
I wanted to murder her.
I mean, there's like paper around. We can just write the important shit real fast. You won't miss one document, right? I mean, we got his address, like 311, right? I'll write down his address on my hand.
Okay.
On your hand?
311.
No, you're right, not my
Oval
hand.
Lane. Cool.
Rip off a piece of paper, write it, pocket.
Okay.
His office. There's got to be paper. And then I'll take one paper of the meat packing. Just a little bit of evidence.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We don't want to take everything.
You're right, yeah, don't take everything, you're right.
No, I think that's the best one to take.
Yeah.
The meat packing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got what I came for. I don't know if you need anything else, Desmond.
Anything else that's important, I guess?
I mean, do you find anything else important?
Nah.
Gotcha. Then at this point, it's like 7:49 a.m. And as you like look out a window, Desmond, you can see Everett walking down the lane.
Bail.
So it does?
Hmm?
Like he's coming inside the building?
Yeah, like he's coming inside the building. He's like walking down the road, arriving for work.
Oh shit. Let's get out of here.
After you.
We will leave.
Gotcha. How are you leaving?
Is there people? Does it show look like there's people outside of his like outside into the area where we came from?
People like as you kind of like peek out, it seems like they're in like their own offices. Like they've begun to file in over the course of the last like hour, 30 minutes that you've been looking through documents. Maybe like one is occasionally like filing into the break room, like writing stuff on a desk or table heading back. But there's like a general like din of activity in there now.
Okay.
Well, I say we'll leave, and the lock on the door isn't one of those like, not one of those latch locks. The other kind of lock that's on the like the handle.
Like a deadbolt?
Not a dead. I guess that would be a. What kind of lock is it? Like, is it like a standard, like a doorknob lock, or is it
Yeah,
like
so
the ones
that's a
that are
deadbolt
above
lock.
the doorknob? Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
My bad. I don't know my locks.
Jeez.
Well, there's major and minor deadbolts. So if it's just like a little nub on the handle, it'll be a minor deadbolt because it's just deadbolting inside of the mechanism. While a major deadbolt's like the outside connects to the frame, and this is like a major deadbolt that like connects to the outside.
I was gonna say we just lock the door, like while we're inside, and then close it behind. But I guess that won't. He's gonna notice his door was unlocked, unless we find a way to lock it. Can you reverse lockpick? Is that a thing you can do with lockpicks? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you can?
Is
Oh,
it?
I'll do that.
Well, like to actually like go out and then like make sure the tumblers like aren't up. Yeah, like it's the easiest thing in the world to undo that.
I'll do
All right, then
that.
there we go. We'll do that.
Okay, I want both you to make physical checks then to like not be very obvious for you two to like be standing next to this door as you like jiggle and fidget with the lock.
Are we both lockpicking?
One's of you standing there, the other is clearly messing with the lock.
I assume this has nothing to do with sticky fingers.
No.
Okay, well this isn't going to be great for me then.
This would relate to burglar for Marcus though, as he's pretending to be an orderly.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This is so great to watch.
Fuck!
Oh, I got a success. Let's go.
All right,
Oh my god, I have no more hero points either. God damn it.
let's check the intelligence of good old Everett.
Oh no!
Oh no.
We matched him.
We
At
matched. That's true. We did match
No,
him.
each of you got a 1. So
I mean, collectively.
at this point, like as you're fidgeting with the lock, like Everett walks in as you like both like turn around, smile, and he kind of like from the other end of the hall looks to you. What are you two doing here?
Oh man.
Hey, I'm
we
talking
saw,
to you.
we saw your lock was broken. We were trying to fix it. I think someone broke into your office here.
What? And he begins
Yeah.
to rush over. And like at this point, as he kind of like makes his way over, he's like looking at the lock. Then he's gonna like look to you two. All right, you stay with me.
after you.
I don't say that. I don't like. He's gotta go. I can stay with you. He's gotta go though.
Why?
Yeah. Mrs. Nakamura and being a little rowdy again.
More important, stay here.
Ah, fuck.
As he like goes for his key, opens the lock, and as he starts like going in, he kind of looks back to you. What evidence do you have that's been broken into?
Lockpicking leaves like scratches, doesn't it?
Not necessarily, no.
Seems like I think some documents were taken, sir.
Girl, why would you say that if you hadn't been in there?
You can see his eyes kind of like flash as he's gonna like go, and you watch as he immediately goes to the drawer that is locked, and as he goes, he like pops it open. You can see his eyes like flare up as he realizes some documents were missing.
See? Yeah, sir. I don't know how though, because we saw someone come out here earlier. We were confused because the door. Locked. I don't know.
Hold on, give me a moment. And he goes ahead and he's going to pull out what appears to be like a journal, from like a very small one from his pocket. Flips through. This is why I had you roll again. As he looks and he goes, "Okay, it was only open a few minutes ago," and he goes and like taps the side of his desk, and you begin to hear like this low drone like go over the entirety of like this facility. So he goes,
Marcus.
"All right, we're in Omega Protocol now, so no one exits, no one leaves. We're gonna catch these people. I'm gonna go down. From what it seems like, they couldn't have left yet.
All right.
Now, I want you two to go ahead and continue to do a full sweep of these hallways."
Yes, sir.
You got it.
And he kind of like goes, and then he like stops, turns around. What did this person look like?
He was kind of older, you know. He got the white handlebar mustache, and a little bit heavier set. Dressed as an orderly.
Francis?
Your guess is as good as mine. A lot of you guys look.
Go ahead and make a spirit check.
You literally just named the token. You couldn't give any other description. It's like probably the head guy.
You want me to stay, man?
Oh my god.
Describe Everett. He's not gonna suspect that. Be like, oh, he was
Can I
around
can I help him with this?
Older, like
Can I help him
blonde
with
hair.
this? Can I help him with
Oh
this?
no.
You trying to help me, Marcus?
See, look, this is what I can't. I'm saying you could use magnet for trouble and use a peace token, then you get you out.
I look, he was about to.
I'm about to say you can still do it. It's not too late, man.
It's not too late to use magnet for trouble in the situation that I don't. Why, you're probably right.
Use a peace token, you get out of it.
Hey, when you make the situation worse, the only way to get out of it is to make it even worse.
Dude, you guys are so right. Oh, you're so right. I'll use magnet for trouble then.
Okay, and a peace token?
Yep.
Gotcha, then, like, what do you say to persuade Everett that it's like, okay, you're legit?
Oh, man. Yeah, we saw some suspicious guy walk through here, and we just wanted to make sure that the security was okay. So we came in and checked here, and yeah, it just didn't look too good.
Okay. Oh, if there's a rat inside here, that's even worse. And then you can see he like goes and he like writes something in his journal, and he closes it up, and there's a flash of magic that you would be able to like feel, Johnny, and like you would see Desmond. I'm assuming at this point Sasha and Bane are just like outside, like just kind of like watching everything.
I assumed we were kind of probably like almost inside the building, because as they're fumbling around, you said it was just past 7, which is roughly when the people start working. So I guess we're gearing up for a trash run. And then,
Well, the trash
like-
run is at noon.
oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, Bane was probably just hanging out, trying to make the poison for later.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm
fair.
assuming like you're a distance away, like getting ready with still have eyes in case anything happens. But you
Yeah.
would notice like this gray wall of energy starts to spiral up and around the retirement home as like all of the orderlies all of a sudden just begin to like funnel inside.
Oh, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Kind of
Huh.
like slapping Bane to get him to look.
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck. Should we go?
Oh, we probably need to find a way to get in there. Well, shit, our disguises aren't going to be the greatest.
That's okay. We're late for work, you know?
Right.
Or early, depending.
Yeah, can we start can I start getting a little closer to look at this shield?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a mental check.
Okay. I have dice somewhere in my life. There we go. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. This is a barrier shield, specifically designed to keep out not only physical objects but magical ones as well. It's not the strongest Bane, but it's enough to make sure that anyone inside this building is not getting out.
Gotcha. With that being said, I mean, I'm guessing like a constant point is like what it's trying to protect. So if like we did like a couple different points, like trying to push something through, it might break.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
Or is it more like a single point of pressure would be better than pressure spread out across the entire thing? You know, like when you're trying to break ice, you don't use one big heavy box, you use a tiny ice pick.
Maybe. But at this point, like, back in, you would see,
Yep.
like, in the room, Everett would nod to you two. Go on, start doing your rounds. I need to handle some things in here.
All right.
You got it, boss.
See what they took. In the next hour, go ahead and report to the break room, or the guard break room, and we're just gonna go through to a pat down. If you see Francis, kill him.
Yeah, sure thing.
And then, like, as you're leaving, he stops and, like, holds up a hand. When you kill him, burn the body.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
he shuts his door. Ka-chink.
Desmond, you done this before?
Killing? Yes.
No, not that part. The whole thing.
No, I have not.
Yeah. I could tell. Let's get the hell out of here, and we gotta find a place to stow these. No, hold on. Let's walk away from the door. Let's get away
Oh
from
my
the door.
god, Jesus.
Let's go outside the fucking heavy steel door.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, and you can see, like, all the administrators are, like, poking their heads out of their offices, like, closing them, shutting them, like they're getting papers together and everything.
Yeah, lock your doors. Security lockdown.
Okay, and they are?
Oh, very good. Gotta get rid of these fucking pictures, Mark. What am I gonna do with that? Ooh. Is there a trash can nearby?
There is a trash bin, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. Is there any people here? I mean, I know we're in lockdown. So people are probably approaching or already here.
Like, people are, like, rushing, like, around the hallways, but you can find a minute where there's no one in eyesight of you.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the trash bag out, put the documents under the trash bag, and put the bag in.
Okay.
Can I look through a window and do I see like the rest, like Bane and am outside, or
You would see them like at the designated hiding spot. Yeah, like you'd see Bane and Sasha just like poking their heads out,
okay?
looking.
Can I like
Trying to
wave?
whip her
Can I
way in.
wave to them to like run, like a gesture to run?
Sure.
Because I want to
In
try
which
to.
direction?
I'm gonna try to do something. I'm gonna try to tell him that
Whoa, whoa,
they got
whoa, whoa.
outside. They got outside.
Oh, that's
How
gonna.
are we getting in the building then if they see our face?
No, aren't you disguised?
Not fully yet.
Put a shirt on your face.
Exactly. I'm gonna say do something. I'm gonna say.
Alright, so Desmond,
So-
you're motioning them to run, and then you're saying they're outside. They're outside.
Yeah, like I'm giving them a head start. Like I'll give them like a head start, like when they're like basically like far enough where you can't see their face, but like I'm like, oh, that's them right there. They're outside.
Okay.
Yeah, there are the two people that robbed your office that definitely have a large, heavy-set older man with a white handlebar mustache.
Well, at this point, like, like other orderlies will run over. And are you two like running as like you see the?
Yeah, I'm
signals
right. As I see them, I'm like, sorry, I'm going outside. I'm going after them.
Oh no, but like I'm talking to Sasha and to Bane. Are you two immediately booking it?
I think as Sasha sees this, he's kind of confused and stares up. And then as soon as Desmond begins shouting, he goes, "Oh shit!" Even though he can't hear, he can see the shouting, and he goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah, Bane just has his jaw dropped and he just starts booking it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. Well then, first skill challenge of the campaign.
God damn it.
Marcus, why did I even take this perk? You're already a magnet for trouble.
So the gray bear you watch then goes down, Johnny, and as it does, you watch as like a flood of orderlies begin to make their way out of the front door, and they are currently heading for Sasha and for Bane. Sasha and Bane, your goal is to get away from the orderlies who are now shouting to stop those thieves, as now Town's Guard as well will see you like
Oh
running
my
by.
God.
So
Hold on. I gave him a good head start, not like a freaking,
yes, you did. That's why they have 2 goes around between the 2 of them. 1, 2.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So who's up first?
Okay, so this isn't my first rodeo. Probably being chased by law enforcement. Can I make a physical check to fucking book it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a physical check.
Thank you. You know what? Actually, I take it back. Can I make
Oh,
a
you
physical
don't want to
check
run?
to-
Okay, you're.
No, I do.
you're
I do.
Zeno.
I want to run, but in a specific direction. Can I find like an access ladder or something to try to start booking it vertically?
Sure. I'll.
Also, sorry. Go ahead. Could I help with this, but in a way that, like, let's say, like, we're all running, I somehow trip and fall and knocks me over, knocks other people over as well, so we're all
Like-
falling. You know what I mean?
Not at this.
Like,
On the
Oh, I
second
can't?
go round, you can, but like
Okay.
you're on the second floor. Everyone running out was like first floor, so they're ahead of you now.
Oh, okay.
So go
I
and make a
climb?
physical check. Yeah.
Cool. Would burglar proc for this, where I can make a skill check relating to climbing?
Yep, it would.
Awesome. Okay. that
Ghost
is
of
going
Caleb,
to
stay
be
away. Ghost of Caleb, stay away.
2 successes. Okay.
Let's go.
Not bad.
2 successes. Then you, Sasha, begin to like find a ladder to start scrabbling up, getting to the rooftops. Are you following Bane or are you going your own direction?
I'm following.
Gotcha. Then what are you doing to help as you begin to make your way up onto the rooftops as well? As now they're shouting on the streets as the townsguards start like pointing at you up on the roofs.
I mean, can I use mental to start navigating us to the city, getting us behind more elevated buildings
Sure.
to give us more cover?
Mhm.
Cool. 2 successes.
Let's go.
Successes. That's good. As you start to make your way deeper into the city with larger buildings, you head kind of to more of an industrial district. As smokestacks rise in the air, you're getting lost in the dust and the debris. You're halfway there. You have one more go around to get to your desired 8. At this point, though, we have Desmond and Johnny who are still in uniform joining the chase, and they can assist with a help action here and there. But you cannot use your physical for Sasha or mental for Bane again this go around.
Well, I'm cooked, Jet.
Wearing our disguises, is that right? Well, kind of half-ish.
You're
right?
like half wearing them, yeah.
Can we quickly change out of them? So, like, what I'm trying to do is make a spirit check to try to appear as a different person. So what that relates to is, like, changing of the clothes or the hair. As I assume, since Bane got us behind more elevation, we'd probably have, like, a super quick break where we can just quickly change.
I'd
Take
allow
off
it.
our shirts and look like industrial workers.
Exactly, or like, because we're already wearing half janitor uniforms, we could just look like fucking worksmen that are like HVAC guys or whatever.
Hell yeah. HVAC for the win.
I
And
will
then,
allow it.
Can I use my help action?
You can. How are you trying to help them?
So as they're trying to change into like simultaneously, I would try to like fall or like, you know, knock something over and then trip and fall, you know, everyone starts falling on top of me or whatever, you know.
Yeah, okay, I'd allow it. I'd also give an extra d6 to Sasha on this roll because of it.
Awesome. And it's related to disguising myself, correct?
It is.
So that's an extra d6, so I have 5d6 plus a reroll
Damn.
of one of them.
Let's go, JB.
I have learned from Neza to not put one thing at max and instead diversify. Okay.
Let's
And I can
go.
I can reroll one of those.
Let's go. Oh,
Okay,
Ah.
that's 2 successes.
still got a help action.
Use
That
the
was the help action.
Yeah. So,
Damn it.
as
That's okay. Bane, you got this.
Yep, as you run, like, both of you are able to change and then start, like, ducking into the building that you were running on, trying to look normal. As at this point, town's guard and orderlies are storming the building, like, running through different floors. If you can get past them and get out, you're home free.
I'm guessing there's not a shift change happening, right?
No.
Damn
Like
it.
they're running and they're just like, hold on, switch out.
No, I'm not clocked in yet.
Yo, 9:31.
John's
It's about break time. You know, time to go get some lunch, guys. Or yeah, just it's just break time.
So what
Fuck.
you doing?
That's what I'm trying to think. It's not looking good for my dices I have.
Did you not diversify?
No, I went powers, Colin.
Oh no.
Powers and fucking.
Do you have any useful powers for this situation?
Actually, as like, you know, people are like moving through, I mean, if you're not used to this environment, you know, I watch like people are like falling over each other. Can I like sort of like, as like I sort of pretend stop doing my work, like just like walk up to one of them as like I like call Sasha over for like we're leaving to go to a different area, and just I'm gonna try to go for like a scare tactic.
A what?
How are you trying to scare anybody?
What?
That's what I was gonna about it. Well, I was trying to use unnerving aura.
Okay, how?
That's what I was trying to go for.
Give me a reason how.
As like one of them falls over, I was just gonna walk up and be like, "You fall around like that. That's an easy way to die in the industrial industry."
Wait, so kind of like an old man in like. I'm trying to help, I promise. Not a threat, but like an old man talking condescendingly to a younger guy.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, idiot, you could be better.
I will allow it. However, it would be a little worse if this fails and they grab you. But I would allow
Yeah.
it. Is there anything Johnny's trying to do to help?
Yeah. You said you used an axis like a fire escape type deal to get to the roof?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Then I guess as I'm giving chase, in kind of the same vein as Desmond, I would get like my foot stuck, quote unquote, and like hold up the line.
Okay, that's pretty good. I grant the help action, and then I grant an extra d6 as there's a, pretty big blockage.
Lord save me now.
He's the only one who can.
Dice gods. Let's go!
Oh,
Brandon!
let's go.
Let's
Hey,
go!
give me that reroll just in case. Get an extra one in there. Nah. Hey, we got there though.
Yeah.
Well, that is indeed improbable.
Trust me, I have tears in my eyes. I know how improbable that was.
Man, I was gonna haul both of you off to jail. But as you continue running, you take on the persona like this kind of like grizzled guy, as now like the town's guard just kind of like looks to you. We have business here. Get away! And he pushes you, and like they all just kind of like flow past as you give a nod to Sasha, as both of you are able to kind of slip out past the chase. You're free.
Damn it.
Well, now we don't have the documents.
Oh, you should have took.
Or you're fucking janitors!
You could have told him to grab it.
Could have told who to grab it.
You could have told Colin. Oh, since you hear me yelling, like, oh, I grabbed the document real quick, and
Oh, brother, I didn't expect us to go on a full chase this entire time.
I guess we need Noonan's guys. Are we meeting up at any point again, by the way?
Oh, we'll have to. We'll have to.
I'm assuming you would meet up at the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 2 days, right? We have a whole week to do this.
We have 5 more days. Well, 5.5 more days. If I assume we're meeting around like noonish.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you would meet up about 2:50, 3 o'clock as you make sure you're not tailed back to the warehouse.
What the fuck was that?
I would smack Desmond on the back of the fucking head. What do you
happened?
mean? You're gonna tell him that his office was robbed after we just robbed his office? That's your
What?
plan? That's
What did you want to do? What did you want to say? Well, I tried to
That
come
was
up with something.
Yeah, but that was your knee-jerk reaction?
Yes.
No. We could have not easily, but we definitely could have thought of something else.
Is that why everybody was rushing at us?
Yes,
had
I was
the-
trying to. The barrier was up, didn't know how to get out, and it was not going to end well. We just,
We've tried to frame us for the robbing of the job where we definitely robbed that man.
Listen, we have his address now, so now we can actually do our jobs.
That's
Maybe.
good.
We have an address. We don't know what it
also-
is.
Though we don't have the drugs to frame him. When you made the poison earlier, Bane, did you manage to make it something that would be it would be difficult to trace or not tested for on a typical tox report?
I didn't get a chance to finish it. I think
I
it
mean-
would be a more common one, unfortunately. I haven't had time to really experiment and make my own since being here. Except,
We got some blackmail in a way. Kinda. Not really. I mean, it's obvious he was hiding something in his office. You know, when he, my bad, not we, when he said his office was robbed, he kind of rushed in there all willy-nilly. And the security in there was pretty nice.
What kind of
So, well, we didn't get a whole lot of it. But, just say he's got some weird investments. Some meatpacking plants, some food industry stuff, Kind of suspicious for a guy at a retirement home, if you ask me. Like, who the hell invests in that? But there was probably something in between the lines that we missed because we were in a hurry.
You gonna tell us about the operating tables? Out of
We'll get there in a second.
Okay, I'm just making,
We like this
sure.
chill.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, the whole place was real shady. Jail cells, no signage. I mean, if an old person
Jail
wandered
cells?
out, yeah, jail cells, the whole shebang. But if an old person wanders out of their place, they got no idea where they're going. Operating tables, those were a little strange.
What do you mean operating tables?
Yeah, they were operating tables. Some of them
Why
were
wouldn't-
clean.
Yeah.
What? More than one
Yeah,
operating table?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more than one.
Oh god.
For sure. Selling people after their death, right?
Maybe. I mean, he did say if we found this guy named Francis, killed him, to just burn the body. That's a little weird too.
I wish we had more time to go through their
Well-
trash.
We have 5 more days. We find a way
We
back on the
also
property.
Might have the evening trash run that we can do as well. You said that you robbed his office. What did you get from it? Do you still have it?
Well, not exactly. He told us to go to get pat down at the little break room area, and I had the goods on me, so I had to ditch it somewhere. And then our good old buddy Desmond, he decided to cause a whole stir before I can grab the documents again. But that's okay,
Where
because
are
I know
the
where we left. Oh, they're probably, yeah. We better, if we're gonna do a trash one, we gotta do it soon, like real soon. And you guys gotta be the one to do it.
Put them in the trash can.
I put them under the trash bag, not in the trash can. I mean, in the trash can, but not in the trash bag.
Is there other debris amongst them? Sometimes trash cans have a lot of stuff under the bags that nobody bothers to clean up. Coffee stains, napkins, it could blend in, right?
Maybe. I mean, again, if you're gonna do a trash sweep, probably want to do it soon. And given the fact that they're on lockdown, I don't think they're gonna be taking out the trash anytime soon. But they might search the trash cans. That's what I would do.
Okay. We can
Okay.
still do the evening trash run. That's
Do
not
we want these
tomorrow.
documents or do we just want to go for Everett?
I mean, if we
I'd
kill
say
the
just
guy,
go
we
for
kill the
Everett.
guy.
Yeah, just go for Everett, honestly.
Okay.
And we know what time he leaves. We can also follow him, but also one group follows him, the other group goes to that address and see if he ends up there, and we'll meet up like that.
Someone else can take Desmond this time.
Question, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
There are medicines that they give to old people at retirement homes that people abuse. That's true. But are there... This is going to sound so stupid. Is there a way to get it off the street? Like, they give people morphine to ease their days. Can I go get morphine?
Well, see, here, under the rule of the Twin Empresses, that's not really a thing, and most medicine is just Braxoline. So, like, you can go and you can purchase Braxoline, but that would be, like, about it. That's really all the medicine that's required.
There.
How
And
much
it's
does
not
it
really
take to
something
overdose?
that- Yeah, is that not really something that people abuse?
No, not really. Like, you need a gallon of Braxoline in your system. It's a miracle drug. As, like, just...
Only a gallon.
Like, you need to
Okay.
make, like, 25% of their blood Braxoline before... And, like, to get, like, poisoned on Braxoline, like, you would go unconscious first before, like, the Braxoline would kill you.
So maybe these are questions we should have asked about an hour and a half ago.
Now, if you wanted, like, hard
Braxoline.
drugs, like, you could pump hard drugs into his body. You could do Tenebris Lorum and just be like, alright, let's shoot you up. But that's not a medical drug or anything.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, back in character for a second. So we have the poison, or we will have the poison soon with you, Bane. We have the needle that will dissolve, but what we don't have is a way to avoid the tox screening that will show he was poisoned. But what we could do is overload the tox screen so that it comes up with so many different things that it has to be thrown out as a false reading or some kind of issue at the lab or something, because there's no way anybody would have all of this in their system, you know? Sometimes the best way to hide things is in plain sight. So we could just completely flush his system with everything we can find.
I didn't get a good look at the garden. That was you guys. Was there any like weirdly toxic plants in there? Maybe some poppy?
No, it was more just scent flowers.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, they're definitely hiding stuff in that garden.
It was all freshly dug.
It's to cover the scent of dead things. I don't know. With the operating tables. Oh boy.
Right.
So, what do you want me to make a poison and try to overload it with a bunch of different stuff?
Yeah. That works.
Okay.
Or, if you can, something that would be a lot easier would be to make a poison that wouldn't be normally tested for, or made up of things that wouldn't really show up.
Normally not tested for. Or wouldn't show up.
Especially because if they don't, first of all, the chances of them doing an autopsy are low if it looks as unsuspicious as possible. But if it does look suspicious and they do an autopsy, unless they have reason to suspect foul play, please correct me if I'm wrong, Colin, by the way. Please stop me at any point. They usually won't go too terribly in depth. They'll usually do the basics, just to confirm, but it's not like they're going to be looking for cadmium poisoning or anything.
I mean,
Well,
we could
so
poison
let me
him.
stop you there.
Okay.
If there is a recent crime connected to an individual, then they will do a more in-depth autopsy, because under the reasonable person standard of law, which a mortician is held to, you would look for foul play. Or like if there's a recent divorce and like someone died, like you would look for signs of foul play. Daylight robbery with documents stolen? Yes, they would look.
That's fair. Would they
Here's an
do
idea.
like everything under the sun testing, or would they just do like most common, most likely testing?
So they always do most common, most likely testing for an
Mhm.
autopsy. It depends on the standard and kind of like the luck of the draw who you get. Like a good mortician would like look for cause of death, and they would say, "What's what's the cause of death?" And they would look for additional signs. Like you don't need to test everything as a mortician. All you need to do is test like what's the cause of death? What are potential foul play items that could have led to this death? And that's how it's usually done.
So if we do go for a drug overdose, it would. So all we have to do is establish a reasonable alternative cause of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always frame someone. I
We could,
mean,
but we were told to make it look like an accident, very specifically.
possibly. But if that's not an option anymore, we can call it Plan B if you want.
We could make it look like a mugging gone wrong. He walks home alone at night.
He has some, yeah, I don't want to call it beef, but we did kind of throw some shade at this guy Francis. Could be like, oh, Francis is after me. Oh, he got me.
Could also make it look like a natural death, heart attack or pulmonary embolism. We have
Push
our
him over a
possible-
magnet.
Yeah, or we could also, we could use our dissolvable needle that we spent so much time developing, and possibly try to puncture his intestines with it, as though he swallowed a toothpick or something. I don't know. Or just plain suicide. That's always fine.
That's kind of what I was leaning for, like a note.
Anyone good at forging? Well, I guess we have the one forged document. Suicide note.
I mean,
Yeah.
if the shoe fits. Desmond, you'd be
Okay.
quiet. What do you think?
I think the overdose is perfect.
Do you want the note or not?
Mm. No note.
Okay, so he went home and overdosed. and overdosed.
We still got to get the wife away from the house. He has a wife, right? Are we just making
Yes,
this
Carla
up?
is the one that is requesting that he be killed.
Okay. Wait, well,
Not
no,
requesting,
okay,
but
yeah.
like, is like,
Missing.
yo, I wouldn't mind if he's missing, and I will reward you if he's missing.
Carla
just
is
ask her
not
to
his
leave.
wife.
That's what I figured. I figured she was like a sister or something.
Yep, that's his
Oh,
sister.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Does he have a wife? Does he live alone?
You didn't ask those questions.
I guess we'll knock on the door and find out.
Oh my god.
Hey, man. You play the hand you dealt, you know what I mean?
Ooh, I have a plan to get him outside.
Well, let's hear it.
So we have people that took something. We could have it so where we knock on his door and say, "Sir, we found the individual that took your stuff. Here they are. You want to take them around back? You meet us back there."
Or we could be policemen, or sorry, excuse me, we could be town guards, investigating and asking for more information, taking a statement, or we could also be reporters, anything that doesn't put us in imminent danger of being killed.
Well, he also has seen me and Desmond's face. It's not like, oh, you're a town's guard now? Y'all good.
I work 2 jobs. I'm a town's guard.
Yeah,
man.
sure, buddy.
Well, if we're reporters, we would have seen you all during the chase. Maybe.
I'd say we go there, we whack the guy, bada bing, bada boom. Maybe a note, maybe not a note. But if we OD the guy, that's an accident right there.
Exactly. I like your thinking, Johnny. Put it here, man. And I'll try to dap
Don't
him,
touch
Johnny.
me.
Oh.
You bent my
And
card.
we
I'm not gonna
go-
dap you up.
Sorry.
Sounds like a plan.
Guess we're gonna go out onto the street and buy some fentanyl laced heroin, or the equivalent.
Sure. Let's OD the guy.
What the fucking
So,
hell,
so you're,
dude?
so you're
somehow
wanting to
made it
buy
all-
drugs. That's
Can I make the poison?
Can you make drugs?
No, I can't make drugs. I want to make a poison as a backup. Fuck all y'all.
Sure,
Mix it with the drugs.
Yeah, literally just make fentanyl.
I'm fine with that. I would like to make a poison.
All right, what poison do you want to make?
Jesus fucking.
There's Devil's
Let's
Blood,
say
there's
poison.
Malice, there's Reaper's Whisper.
It was the Reaper's Whisper I wanted to make.
Okay. Then, yeah, you could go ahead and make a Reaper's Whisper. If you're dedicating those 4 hours of work to making it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 4 hours putting into that while Bane is making his poison, are the rest of you trying to buy drugs?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Dart the whole time. These people are gonna drive me crazy.
Are you trying to buy drugs from the Zocco family? Or from another family?
I guess I feel like we would be shot if we tried to. We'd be, excuse me, whacked if we try to get drugs from another family. So I feel like we should just get him from our
It-
own.
But if they were to figure out what drugs they were,
Is there
put
like
it on another family.
family-specific drugs that are out there?
There are different strains, like there are different cooks for drugs, yeah.
Well, do we? I mean, if we could go to one of our guys and be like, "Hey, can you make a strand?
Yeah,
Kind of
wait,
like the
his-
others, though."
His thing is near the other family's territory. It would be really, really convenient if he just bought them from that family. However,
we
that
go.
might fuck up things because then they're going to get really pissed that we're framing them.
We're already hostile
We're
with
at
them.
war.
What?
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Why would, don't
You're not
don't-
at war with any family right now.
We don't want to attract attention to ourselves. This is supposed to be a stealth thing, so we don't want to go over and ask them, "Can you give some drugs?"
You are getting the biggest side eye from John.
We just go get some fucking drugs.
Oh my god.
Figure it out from there. Like literally, well, go near his place of business, then like case, I don't know, a 2-block radius, and wherever we find a drug seller, we purchase from there because it's likely that's where he would purchase to. And whoever made it is whoever made it. The dice fall where they should.
Now you can go buy the drugs then.
Okay, I guess I'll go buy the drugs.
I'm gonna go get changed.
Okay.
What the god's fucking hell?
What is this guy doing?
So, then you're going and trying to buy the drugs, Sasha, correct?
I guess so.
Any disguise?
Oh shit. Yes. Actually, I would like to disguise myself as just some random dude. An elf, preferably. A sort of chubby elf, you know?
A sort of chubby
I
elf?
assume-
Okay.
Yeah, I assume because, you know, in funeral homes, they'll have, like, these sort of, like, spirit gum, like, and, like, reconstructive cosmetics. So I would like to possibly use some of those to help, like, make my ears look a little bit pointier, my cheeks a little bit fuller, things like that.
Okay, yeah, that's possible. Then you can do that, putting on the disguise. So you kind of head into the area, like 311 Oval Lane. Nicer part of Eberau that you're heading to. But with your knowledge and connections, asking around before you leave the warehouse or other Zocco members, you would be able to find, especially at this time of night, someone who's low-key selling drugs. What are you looking for?
I am trying to act like a strung out addict, right? We've all seen them. And
That's just how you act normally.
shut the fuck up. And I'm trying to
I'm sorry.
do I know what the most addictive and also easiest to overdose thing is in this particular city?
I mean, that depends. Did you read the documents?
Fuck. I
What you asking
which
for?
documents? 'Cause I read
That's
a lot
great
of
question.
them. Which particular documents are we talking about?
What you asking for?
Shit. See, the problem is I knew the name of at least one of those drugs earlier, and I don't anymore.
I've said the name of one of the drugs in this session a few times.
Is it the one that the Twin Empresses do, and it's like a miracle drug that you need a gallon of to overdose? Is that the one we're talking about?
It could be.
Fuck, dude. So, as I'm walking, you know what? Give me whatever you got. He says, please, I just need something.
Okay.
It's been days. I am absolutely losing it. Please, I just
Hey,
literally
chill,
anything you have.
chill out. And you can see like
Okay.
this dwarvish man's in front of you, and you can see he kind of like looks you up and down. All right, you looking for something cheap? You want to pay a little bit more?
A little bit more is fine. I just got paid. I'll give you whatever you want.
Okay. I have some slice on me. Do you like some slice?
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. I mean, uh, I'll give you a gram for 200 talents.
Fuck.
You didn't bring money, did you?
Or um, what can I get for 100?
Half a gram.
Okay, and he'll pass over the 100 talents, I guess. So I will just knock that money from myself.
And he'll kind of like reach into a pocket and will pull out like this kind of like dark violet powder, tosses it over to you, pockets the money.
Thank you.
Leave.
I guess I'll return to the warehouse and ask what the fuck this does.
Are you? Who are you asking? Just one of the truck makers in Zocco, or?
It's like one of the first people
Oh my god, you're gonna get.
I'm hoping that one of the first people I see is one of our crewmates, so I will find one of you three and say, hey, do you know what this does, by the way?
I mean, I'd probably have the best chance, but I'm not really.
Yeah, Bane.
Wait, hold on, Colin, do I know what that is? Because I have run drugs before. And I
The fuck?
used to be on drugs. Do I know that?
Make a mental check.
Okay, oh shit, I'm not good with mental.
Yeah, that's why you should have.
That is, no success.
You don't know what it is. You've actually never heard of slice before. But you have half a gram of it.
It's a new drug.
And do you know what this is?
Oh my god. Can I look it over?
How closely are you looking it over? Like, are you using like instruments for it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we have like something like, I doubt we have like a microscope, do we?
not here. No. If you
Yeah.
wanted to discreetly head to Hotel de Foci, you might be able to find something there, but you really don't have an infrastructure built up yet. You're
Yeah.
still a baby crime family at the moment, so
This went so off the rails so quickly. We had such a good plan.
and like, so how long are you wanting to take to analyze what this does, Bane?
I mean, where are we sending that days wise?
I
don't know, like
2 days.
2 hours. Oh, 2 days? Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So 2 hours.
How long do you guys want me to take?
Brother, just figure out what it does. Like, I don't think you would need
2 hours.
I mean, I think 2 hours is a lot, actually.
We'll take 2 hours. Fuck it.
Okay, go ahead and make a power capped mental check then.
And any chance I can get benefit one from doctor involving medicine?
This is
Looks
not
like a medicine.
No.
It's pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna be much healthier. Hey, look, a success.
Looking at it, the best you can figure is it's something that the Dorochis have been cooking up. As you're looking at it, it has like this sheen to it. It's very fine. Probably something that you could snort, or maybe if you worked with it a bit, it could be injected in like a more raw form. Probably gonna send you sky high as you're looking at it.
Okay.
And it's definitely
So do-
synthetic.
what the fuck does that word mean again for illiterates?
Made.
Not natural.
Yeah, it's not natural.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Can you figure out the LD50?
What? Anyways, what do we want to do with this? Are we just using it as like this is what he did to get a little too high? Am I, putting it with the poison? Are we trying to inject him twice? What are we doing here?
I mean, we don't got that much. Just
Keep them
mix it with
regular.
the poison.
And then put some on his nose too, so it looks like he
He
snorted.
really needed that high.
Yeah. So keep some
Okay.
regular, and then put some in the poison. Both combine them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some regular, some poison.
So 20, 80, 80 in the poison, 20 on his nose, 20 like around.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Light on some on the desk too, wherever he is. You know what I mean?
Can I get working on that?
At the scene. You know what I mean? And can I go get changed
What?
What are you changing?
into my assassin's outfit?
So you went and changed before we did this, and then you're changing again?
You could go
Colin
get
knows
changed
what
to your
I'm talking
outfit.
about.
Yeah.
Colin knows what I'm talking about. I don't explain myself to you people.
Magical transformation.
I
Oh my
get
god.
changed into my trench coat and garb?
I thought you were already in it, but sure.
Can
I
I
got
get
mess-
changed
I'm
out of my
messing with you.
disguise?
Okay,
That's
everyone
what
calm
it
down.
is.
We got.
Yeah, I assume so.
Can I work on mixing this together? 80%.
Oh
of
shit,
the poison.
that. Mark.
Sure. Make a mental check with Doctor.
Cool.
Okay, Marcus, I see you.
That number. That is unfortunate.
Damn. You have no hero points?
I have no hero points.
Damn.
So, as you're in the warehouse, are you aware why cooking drugs is so dangerous?
Oh fuck.
Are you aware, Brandon?
Don't. Oh no.
Yeah.
As
Did we blow up the warehouse?
as you start mixing random chemicals that, I repeat, you do not fully know what they do. You and this very powerful drug that would send you sky high, that is synthetic, chemically maybe not the most stable, because synthetic drugs are far more dangerous because they're not natural, like you're fusing them together. That's why things like, like crack or meth are so dangerous to make. And so all of you watch as Bane goes into a corner, puts on some goggles, he just takes a vial of poison, and he just starts trying to titrate this random drug called Slice into the poison. Bane,
Uh,
go ahead and make a physical save for me as you watch as the vial starts to glow.
why is it always me?
Should I leave the room?
One success.
One success? Okay. Then you're only going to take 60. This would be normal. I'll call it acid fire damage. As an explosion rips through this warehouse.
Could I take that on an armor block?
Sure. You're lucky you made a save, else there would have been sheer on that.
Damn.
As all of you watch Bane go flying across the warehouse, like tumbling down, as there's now a chemical fire in this warehouse.
I assume we don't
Oh,
got a
shit.
fire extinguisher that is set with chemicals.
Nope.
Of course we don't.
Can we just cover it? Like, stamp it out? Will I Google how to put out a chemical fire? Because I'm pretty sure you
No,
cover it.
well, chemical fires are self-fueling, right?
It depends.
Oh fuck! Well, I don't know the chemical. Right. Well, that stomping. So we gotta have like an agent. You tell you put. Well, I don't really know what the fuck the agent is yet.
We just need to make a decision because it's spreading.
Yeah, the fire is bright purple and spreading
Right.
fast.
Can I get
Right.
a wet cloth and throw it on there and see what that does?
Sure. As you take the wet cloth and throw it onto the fire, so water is the last thing you actually want to use for a chemical fire.
Oh,
Because it's kind of like a grease fire in that way. So
Yep.
as the water, like, throws it on, the water ignites and actually allows for a greater expansion of the fire. So, Desmond, in your suit, you throw the wet cloth on. Whoosh! It starts the fire going up the walls in all directions from, like, this
Fucking
initial
Christ.
table.
I'm
is there
going to
anybody else in
scream.
this warehouse that knows
Yeah.
what to do?
I'm gonna
Because right now,
scream
my
fire.
best idea
You're gonna
is to
scream
just get
fire?
No.
cornstarch or something
Fire.
and suffocate it. You want something dry, not flammable like flour is, but like dry. I don't think cornstarch is the
sand?
right thing.
Is
Baking
sand
soda,
or something?
baking soda, baking soda, baking soda, or sand. Baking soda or sand are both good ones.
Can I have
Sand's a
sticky
good one.
sand?
Go
Yeah,
ahead
that's
and
weird.
roll a D100, Marcus, to see if you could find sand in this warehouse.
What
Yep.
kind of factory are we in?
You're not in a factory, you're just in a fucking
What kind of warehouse are we?
A warehouse where partially here are drugs!
Oh, we should leave.
You said D100?
D100. Go ahead and roll.
Connor, you know what the funny thing about D100 is,
Bro,
man?
don't even talk to me.
I am him when it comes to D100s, Colin.
Bro,
You
just
know
roll the
what, man?
dice.
These
I am getting
wanna go
a
to bed.
90. Booyah! Stop playing with me! Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's not good. That's not good. They even break 30.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. My character's gonna get killed. He's gonna get killed. I'm gonna do
You do not find any sand. At least you don't find it before the fire finds some tenebrous lorum. And as you are sitting up, Bane, you watch as a few crates of drugs explode.
Fucking hell.
This warehouse is toast.
We are so whacked. We're so whacked.
What are you guys doing? Because now the fire is spreading. You can see all the employees are running out.
I think we
I
should leave.
will leave.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving and yelling. No one else has noticed it.
I'm leaving and headed to the guy's house to execute this mission.
Oh,
Fuck you.
you think
Fuck
you're
you.
heading out? That's cute.
I'm disappearing, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm just going outside and then standing and staring at the building.
no, because as you are heading outside at this point, Desmond, you can see waiting out there is Raphael Zocco, who's come to this area and he sees the fire. He sees all of you running out. What happened?
There was a mishap when mixing up poison to take care of our job. Sir?
You can see his scarred eye begins to twitch. And he's just going to whistle as you watch as a few prestige members of the Zocco family begin to approach you. That will be enough for tonight. And are you guys trying to resist as people are trying to grab you?
Personally not.
I probably wouldn't.
Bane
Yeah,
went
I would accept my fate.
Then they would grab a hold of you, and Raphael would say to the people grabbing you, "Go, put them below the restaurant. We will have to deal with this. And at this point, as he's just like cursing under his breath, like other members of the Zocco family begin to ditch because there was a lot of shit in there. Again, like stuff that they were selling, products, things like that. And as like they begin to run, like they can't stay here because if they try to save anything and we're running out, the town's guard that are now swarming this building would find them with illicit substances. So, all of you are taken and, for the time being, led over to the Crow and Owl restaurant as you are taken to the cellar, tied up against the wall with chains, and are awaiting a decision from the higher-ups of the Zocco family as you destroyed their entire inventory.
God damn it.
And it is here we will end the session for
I
today.
used all my fucking good rolls.
What happened?
Real smooth there.
So
Well,
let's
We're all dead.
let's do some corrections here
Oh my god.
because it was broad daylight. So heat would go to 8,
Oh shit.
honor 4, orders dropping to 2, supplies are gonna drop to 1. I think power is gonna drop to 2. There's still power. I think you guys are definitely rank 4 though, and Warehouse 55 will need to be rebuilt.
Fuck.
God damn.
God damn it.
Real smooth.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Holy shit. Well, you definitely started this campaign off with a bang.
That's about how I expected one of these missions to go.
So what was the tipping point where everything went from going okay to going very, very wrong?
Warehouse.
Yeah.
No.
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 No,
we were
sorry.
chopped
No, I
before
was,
that.
I was getting the word.
You were fucked in the retirement home.